What's up, guys? It's another nice, beautiful day here in Siem Reap. That way or that way? This way? Okay. Didn't have nowhere to go in particular, so we're just going to go to nowhere in particular. Or maybe we're going to buy some corn, I don't know. Lady here selling corn. But if you missed it, go ahead and look at that quote at the beginning of the video. That's for a buddy of mine who mentioned that he had started a YouTube channel where he was, and then he decided to quit because of trolls and different things like that. You know how it is. Children playing on the internet. But it really got to him. And hopefully he'll take my advice, which was simply this. Those people weren't there for you when you decided to start a channel. Those people aren't there for you if you need help. Those people aren't there for you for any part of your life. You made it this far without them. And if what you want to do is have a YouTube channel, you should have one. It's yours. You can do with it whatever you want. You don't have to let people dictate what your channel should be about, how you should film things, or anything like that, unless you choose to do so. You just can't worry about those kind of people. They weren't there for you in the first place. They're not going to be there for you in the future. So just do what I do. Ignore, delete, block, and keep the good vibes on your channel going. So I just want to give a shout out to Mr. Rob. You know who you are. And get it going again. Maybe we can get together. I mean, my channel isn't huge. Not a superstar or anything, but maybe I can give you some tips and show you how to take care of all the trolls. But he was really upset. And I guess the only other thing I could say was if you are going to let people like that affect you, then it's probably best you don't have a channel, because they are out there. It don't matter what you're doing. It don't matter how good or bad the content actually is. They're just out there trying to be those edgelord cool kids who are against anything. You know the type. If you play video games online, you know the type. Yeah, just a bit of encouragement for anybody. If you want to start a YouTube channel but you're worried about people not liking you, well, there's going to be a certain amount of people that don't, but that's okay. There's going to be way more people that will eventually. No matter what your channel is about, you'll find your niche. You'll find what works, and you'll find and gain an audience. Slowly but surely. And also, if you're in it just to, make a lot of money, well, then you might have to make some changes. But, like when I first started mine, it's the same way as it is now. I'm just providing my experiences living in Cambodia. Different things I experience, the way I feel about things. Keeping you up to date on the news, and answering any questions you might have that I am able to answer. And that works for me. So hang in there, man. It's all right. There's nothing to be upset about. Let the children play, and we'll just keep on talking as the adults. Now here are some lists of apps, if you're thinking about moving here, that you might need. I'll put them in the description below. I'll put the links. All the links will be to the Google Play Store because I don't know where they would be on iOS devices. All I have is Android. Some of them you can download now and start playing around with if you want. Others you'll have to wait till you get in country because you will need a Cambodian phone number to register. But all these apps are free, although some of them do have paid options if you want to go that route. So the first thing you need is some way to communicate with people. And everybody knows about Google Translate. And in my opinion, it's not the best one. For all the good things Google has, for the Khmer language anyway, Google Translate leaves a lot to be desired. And I kind of understand it's only spoken by like 1 or 2% of the entire population on Earth, so they might not have spent a whole lot of time developing the Khmer language. But things are often mistranslated. As a matter of fact, if you go to Google Translate and type in a few sentences in English and then hit translate and then hit the little switch button so it goes from English to Khmer to English, it'll give you the English translation and you see that what you typed isn't exactly right. There's some words missing, some words that were not translated well, so it could be confusing. I always have to do that when I'm interpreting writing into Khmer. I always make sure I double check it. So my recommendation is one called Speak and Translate. That seems to be a really, really good app for Khmer. And translating, you can talk or type, but mainly it's meant for talking. You're talking to the microphone, say what you want to say, and then it automatically translates into the language you pick. And it's very, very accurate. Corn? Oh, yeah. For bigger guys, she's saying. For bigger men, we have these shirts up here that would probably fit larger size people if you're looking for that kind of thing. But yeah, my translation go-to would be Speak and Translate. It's good for quick conversations and it's basically for people to get their point across. They can understand what you're saying. And it works really well for the Khmer language. The one annoying thing is that unless you upgrade, you do have ads. Now the ads themselves aren't annoying, except after you speak, it automatically starts speaking to translate. And sometimes an ad will pop up over it. There's no auto mute feature, so the first thing you're talking to is waiting to hear the translation, and all of a sudden they're getting some really loud K-pop music or video game music, whatever it is they're advertising for that 10 seconds. And that can be kind of annoying. But other than that, the functionality works really well. If you want to learn Khmer, I forget the name right now off the top of my head. There's two I recommend. Both of them are free for the basic editions and will cost more if you want to learn more intermediate and advanced words and phrases. But one is called Ling, L-I-N-G, and the other one is simply called Speak Khmer. That's what it's called. And like I said, all these links are going to be down below. But they'll give you the basics. They have little tests you do after each section to see how well you learn, including speaking and picking out the picture from the Khmer word of what the thing is, the item is, and then they give you a grade. And you can do those lessons as many times as you want. But like I said, unless you pay a little bit of money, you're only going to get like the beginner sections, which is okay. That's really all you need to start out. You learn a few words and then you go from there. Okay. So for translating and learning basic Khmer, those are the apps I recommend. Those are the ones I use, by the way. If you're going to be traveling around this area, I mean, the money situation here is very simple. 4,000 reals to $1. They take USD. So you don't really need a money converter to figure out how much you're spending. But if you plan on traveling anywhere else around here, you need to know how much your dollar is worth to their local currency, like the dong or the baht, ringgit, something like that. So the app is called XE. I believe it's called XE Currency Exchange. And you can type in the amounts you want, and it will convert to and show you as close to real time as possible how much your dollar is worth compared to other currencies around the world. So if you're taking a weekend trip to Vietnam, let's say, and you need to know how to convert dong into USD, this is the app that will give you the most up-to-date current currency exchange rates. So if you do plan on traveling, I highly recommend you download that one. It'll save you a lot of trouble and might even save you some money in case somebody's trying to way overcharge you for your currency exchange. She's back there. There you go, 5,000 real here. $1.25. Rose Angel. Let's see what this is. Different kinds of fruit shakes, drinks, and things, I guess. Now, as much as I don't like Google Translate for the translation, I really, really love Google Maps for getting around. Even 2.5 years ago when I first came here, I wasn't really thrilled with Google Maps. I thought it made too many mistakes. It wasn't too accurate. Some of the routes they suggested didn't seem to really be the shortest routes, you know. But they have really, really worked on the app a lot. They've updated it. They update it constantly now. And I think they really got their stuff together. I can really rely more. I can really rely more on their service now, as far as looking where something is from where I am and finding about how long it's going to take for me to walk. And it's pretty darn accurate, I have to say. When it says, 15-minute walk, that's usually right around the time it takes at my average pace. So I like it. It finds most things without a problem. It also offers a one-button push wherever you're at to find, restaurants, bars. I'm sure if you've used Google Maps, you're familiar with all those. Restaurants, hotels, bars, whatever you want in the area where you're at, and how far away they are, and how long it'll take you. So I like that ease of use. But if you don't want to use that one, I would suggest one called City Maps. That was suggested to me by one of my subscribers, and I downloaded it, and I really like it. It has a great interface. It kind of works like Google Maps, maybe without all the features, but the interface itself is very, very clean. Very clean interface. It's not as busy and crowded as a Google Maps interface can be sometimes. But it does the same thing. And in fact, it might show you some things that aren't yet on Google Maps. So that link will also be down below if you want something that's a little bit cleaner, but maybe just doesn't have all the options that Google Maps has. Trying to think about, oh yes, for your money needs. These are the ones I'm talking about. You're going to have to wait till you get a phone number here before you can actually register. You can download the apps now if you want, but you need a Cambodian phone number to register and start using them. And one of them is the Wing app. Now, they have Wing places all over town, all over town. You can find them almost everywhere. And Wing is the #1 way to do kind of like banking if you don't have a bank within Cambodia. It's only for inside Cambodia to send and receive money, top off your phone, pay your bills. You can give money at one location, and then the person you're sending it to can pick it up almost immediately at any other Wing branch. And they don't charge a whole lot of fees. So it's a very, very good thing for Cambodia. Yeah, as you can tell, this road is really tore up. Has been for a while, but that's okay. Part of their infrastructure initiative, I guess. Making it look good. But yeah, so you definitely want the Wing app. Even if right now you say, well, I don't know who would be sending money inside Cambodia or who I would send money to. Eventually, if you stay here long enough, you probably need it at some point. Not all the time, because the other option is, of course, ABA. That's the preferred bank by most expats. They're the most Western-style, user-friendly banks. And they also have a really, really good app that you can get all your banking done online. You do need an account to use it, so that's one you might have to wait until you get over here. But if you're looking to open a bank account, it's really easy if you have your passport and your first deposit. When you get a debit card, you download their app and you get all kinds of extras and benefits by using that. You can send money to anyone you want, straight to an ATM, even if they don't have an ABA account. You just send them the quick cash, send the code to them. That person can go to any ABA ATM, enter the code, and they can get their money. And as far as cell phones go, the two big ones here are Cell Card and Smart. And both of those have apps that you can use to top off your cell card so you don't have to worry about dialing all the numbers and symbols when you do it on your phone, although you can certainly do it that way if you want. You can also check your balance, add more time or more data if you want. Find out how much you have left of data, how much you have left of phone calls, and all that good stuff. So you can always keep up to date on your self-service. Oh, no, thank you. Go that way? Yeah. So yeah, those are the apps I use all the time here. I use Cell Card. but I have Smart installed because that's who my Wi-Fi is through, so I can always check on that right through their app as well. So you have places to translate for you, ways to learn some of the local language, at least at the beginning level to start out. You have ways to send and receive money, get your banking taken care of, and ways to get your cell phone set up and your SIM cards when you first arrive. So like I said, postmark this video, put it in your likes if you're planning on coming over here and you're going to need this information later, because all the links for all those will be in the description. Alright, I hope you enjoyed our little walk around. I know this video won't apply to everybody. I mean, if you're not planning on coming over here, most of this information is worthless, but that's alright. There's enough people that are going to make it worth it. Be sure to check out all my links down below. We go out, we feed people, we teach English, we do all that for free, and we can only do it because of your donations. You make it happen. I just deliver. So if you want to help out with any of those, it's very much appreciated. We're only $100 from our goal for this month. So I think we can get there. And if you do donate through PayPal, Patreon, or buymeacoffee.com, you'll receive exclusive videos at least once a week. You get to see videos first on my channel before anyone else. You'll also receive books and other good things. This is my way of saying thank you. All my social media links are also down below, and links to other channels vlogging from Cambodia that you should be watching. Very interesting, very informative. Alright. I will talk to you guys in the next one.